Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hamilton Utilities Corporation meeting of April 2nd, 2025. As we have quorum present for today's meeting, I'd like to call this meeting to order. A reminder that all electronic devices are to be switched to a non-audible function during committee meetings. Online, we have Councillor Jeff Beattie, Councillor Craig Kassar, and Councillor Maureen Wilson. In chambers, Councillor McMeekin, Jackson, Wang, Taddison, and Clark. I will be your host for today's meeting. I'd like to welcome all the people here in the chambers. Oh, wait, there's no one in the chambers. Oh, Councillor Pauls, good morning.
Morning.
We're moving on to approval of the agenda. Madam Clerk, can you advise of items included in the addendum?
Mr. Chair, there are no addendum items.
Perfect. May I please have a mover and seconder to approve the agenda as presented? Councillor Wang, Councillor Taddison. There will be no discussion on this agenda. Everybody okay with that? Fantastic. All in favor, show of hands. And that carries. Declarations of interest. Anybody want to declare? No declarations. Fantastic again. Approval of minutes of previous meeting, 5.1, November 27th, 2024. Mover and seconder to adopt the previous minutes. Councillor Jackson? Councillor Wang? Any discussion on the minutes? Seeing none, show of hands, please. Carried. Item 8, since we have no delegations and items for information, items for consideration, 8.1, resolutions of the sole shareholder of the corporation. Mover and seconder to put the resolutions on the floor. Councillor Wang, Councillor Taddison. Any discussion? Councillor Jackson, please proceed.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Spadafora. So can I just ask, since there's no staff here, and maybe I was under a misunderstanding, when will we get a chance to hear from Electra and our utilities company in terms of, I have some questions about the modernization and upgrades to the grid on the mountain. I'd like to know the status of that, the overall investment in this community. So maybe today's meeting was just passing the resolution, but maybe you or clerks, somebody can give me a handle as to when we will get a full presentation. Yeah. Oh, yes. Councillor Huang, who's one of our members that serves on the board. Through you, please. I didn't mean to put her on the spot, but thank you.
Councillor Wang, would you have any insight to provide?
That's something that I can take back to the board to actually prepare an actual presentation. But we do also have board members that are sitting online right now. I did see that our board chair, Lori Tugman, was online. So I wonder if we can ask Lori if he wanted to give any type of quick overview.
I'll look to the members online.
My apologies, and thanks, Councillor Wang. I just didn't see anybody up on the screen. Thank you.
If we do have any board members online, can we please ask you to put your cameras on if possible?
And CEO Jeff Cowan is also online too.
Good morning, Lori and Jeff. I'm going to go, I don't know if you heard the question, but I'll go back to Councillor Jackson and he can ask his question. Hopefully one of you can provide some clarity. Thank you.
Thanks, Deputy Mayor Spadafora. Thank you again, Councillor Huang, as one of our members assigned to the board. And Chair Tugman and CEO Cowan, good morning. Nice to see you both again. And please forgive me now, if today's meeting was not about getting updates on the status of Electra, the investments in our city of Hamilton. I know for years I regularly ask about upgrades to the mountain grid to avoid outages that have occurred in years past, not so much in the last 2 or 3 years, so thank you. But if today's not the day, I can wait for another time, or if there is some cursory overview you can give, that would be most appreciated. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Spadafora.
Thank you. The timing of that is our regular annual meeting, which occurs in June. So that would be the when Electra would present, as well as the directors of Huck and myself will be in attendance in June for that annual meeting. The timing of the matters that were being put forward today was just that we needed to have these matters dealt with now before the Electra annual meeting, and therefore we could not wait until June to do that. So all of your questions or concerns would normally be addressed in June.
Chair Tugman, I can wait 2 months. Thank you for explaining the difference between what's here versus coming in June. Deputy Mayor Spatafora, I'm now crystal clear. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Jackson. Councillor Clark?
So are we addressing the strategy document that was shared with us? Is that a part of this meeting?
Lori or Jeffrey, do you guys want to take that?
Today is a part of the procedure in that HUC had received Electra's ratified strategy through their procedure in March, and as such, the board had gone through a procedure to review, and as a part of procedure, we did provide a note in the form of this response to the clerk. And as a part of procedure, we are bringing forth to council today as a part of this process. And as Lori had mentioned, is on June 23rd is a time when we will have all our Electra representatives, and is the time when we will be going through a thorough, wholesome review of their current performance and discussion in depth regarding go-forward strategy.
Thank you. May I also inquire, will we be addressing Electra's attempts at increasing the amount of electricity? Their strategy talks about a growing number of electric vehicles, which means a bigger demand for electricity. It talks about decarbonization, but doesn't really tell us how they're doing that other than to say coal's not being used anymore, but they're still using natural gas. And so how are we going to be increasing the demand and meet the demand for electricity while trying to find a green way to do it? It doesn't quite mesh.
Through the chair, those are matters that are referred to with inside of the strategy, which in preparation, when we have the full complement of Electra representation, part of the AGM, is in normal course, as Lori mentioned, when we get into that more thorough level of discussion and able to address those matters that you raise.
Thank you. Can I ask one last question, if I may? Can we address who has the obligation to create more electricity to meet the demand? Is it the provincial government, or is it all of these small utilities like Electra?
Through the chair, it's a great question. It's a very thorough marketplace in Ontario where all parties that you reference will play some role in that matter as the requirement for increased generation and transmission distribution do evolve in the province. It will be a whole host of players that will exist both in the non-regulated and the regulated frameworks in Ontario. So to that point, it will have all those participants will have a role in that.
So will this strategy document that we received today, Chair, be a part of the meeting in June?
Jeffrey?
Those matters will be referred as you bring up in the June discussion, yes.
So do we need to refer, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be in the June discussion and not have this document there. So do we need to refer this document to that AGM? We would be approving it today, but still referring it.
Jeffrey, the one thing we're looking for is we want to ensure, this committee wants to ensure that this document's going to be able to be discussed thoroughly at the AGM. So if we need to refer it to the June meeting, we would do that so that we can ensure in your presentation with all the members here that this document would be in the presentation so that we can ask questions to the document. Because if it's not in the presentation, it's going to be very difficult for us to be able to ask those questions. So if you can say it's part of the presentation, then we don't need to really do any official movement here. But if you don't know that, then we would do something official here through a motion and then make sure it's in the presentation.
As a part of receiving, it can be incorporated into the June procedure, yes.
Perfect. So you'll take that and ensure it's in the presentation. I see a head nod. Councillor Clark, are you?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Looking around, I don't have anyone else on my speakers list on the computer, but I'll just take a quick look if anyone has any more questions. Good morning, Councillor Nan. So I think we have a mover and a seconder. The resolutions are on the floor, and this one will require an electronic vote, please. Thumbs up from Councillor Jackson. It's an electronic thumb. Electronic thumb from Councillor McMeekin. As well as Councillor Pauls, and the vote is up. The suspense is growing. It's killing us softly.
Deputy Mayor, sorry for the interruption. The vote is not showing up on my end, so it's a thumbs up on my part. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Nan.
Thank you. Sorry, I am having a little bit of an error.
Having a technical difficulty at the clerk's desk. Just give us, I promise that we're going to have a result very, very soon.
I apologize, Mr. Chair. I'm having an issue with the bandwidth.
Okay.
So I'm going to suggest that we do a show of hands.
Okay. So everyone in chambers, please show. Yes, everyone in chambers is a thumbs up or a hand up, and I can't see the members online, so I'll leave that to you, clerk, to ensure we have a vote.
Everyone on the call has their thumbs up as well.
So that carries. We do not have any motions. Do we have any notice of motions, which are not applicable? We don't have private and confidential. There is no further business, and this meeting is adjourned at 9:43 a.m. Thanks, everyone, for coming in. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor.